Wednesday night means one thing. It's the Simulation Rugby League Premiership. What a night for it. Round 7. The last night of regular season competition for Season 3. Kicking it off, it's the Panthers at home, trying to break the Season 3 hoodoo, taking on the Canberra Raiders, who are on the precipice of making the Season 3 finals, needing a lot to go their way. We'll go through the table as it stands in a moment. It's the Panthers who will get the game underway. Clear conditions here in Penrith this afternoon for this one. A couple of showers earlier in the day, but things have cleared up and the track is dry. Mark Lee with the ball on the tee. Referee Rasmussen calls the game underway here at Panthers Park. And it's the Raiders, hands on the ball for the first set of the game, and one of their new recruits, Ben Arnold, taking it up out to the 20 for the first hit up of the game. So we mentioned that the Raiders have all to play for tonight. Currently at 6th on the table, 2 points behind the Warriors and the Broncos, who are 4th and 5th respectively. But what do the Raiders need to do tonight? So they're negative 11 points differential at the moment. The Warriors are plus 12, Broncos negative 43. We see Thompson through the line, and the Raiders, just as they say it, they're trying to push into the top 4. Luke Thompson, known as a try-scoring machine, cracks the Penrith defence in the opening couple of minutes. Haven't even had time to go through either side as Luke Thompson looks to convert his own kick. 92% so far this season. He'll start it from the right. Slight breeze behind the Raiders in the first 40 minutes. Drags it back through the posts. So it's Canberra 6-0 after only 2 minutes of play. So as I mentioned, the Raiders negative 11. Needing to win here tonight by 24 points if they are wanting to make the Season 3 finals. Off to the best possible start. Luke Thompson opening the scoring. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, a horror season as the curtain set to draw on that season tonight. 8 losses in a row for the Panthers side, and Lachlan Martin has even benched himself in this one tonight as Simon Hunt will take that number 13 role. Couple of changes for the Panthers, in fact. It's Kennedy who maintains that number 1 jumper. Fisher and Elms continue on the wings. Saddle Cart and Hayden Merlart in the centres. James Thornton Delaney forming a relatively new partnership. James Thorne, final game for the Panthers tonight after spending the first 3 seasons of the Simulation Rugby League at Penrith. A distinguished career for the gold-rated 5'8". But he will make a move to South Sydney in Season 4. Up in the front row, Lachlan Sinclair and Ollie Pace getting his start. In the middle of them, it's Mark Lee, the captain for tonight. And the second row, back row for Panthers, Sean Bradford, Tim Ball and Simon Hunt. Couple of big names on the bench, Hayden Davis, Jordan Williams, Declan Murphy, and as mentioned, the Panthers skipper Lachlan Martin in the number 17 tonight. Similar story at the Raiders as well, as we see them fighting their way down into the Panthers 30. Jordan Lewis, a slow play the ball there. Yeah, it's picked up by Bradford. Luke Thompson trying to thread the ball through a gap, but Bradford did well to pick that one up at speed. So Jack O'Neill has moved back to the fullback jumper for, I think, what is the first time this season. I know Jacob Morrison had a game in the number 1 Canberra jersey earlier in the season. Mark Iron dropped down to the number 17. Other big changes. Sonny Tyre continues with that starting spot in the number 6. Jordan Lewis in the 10, as we mentioned before, and Tarangaho Fe'u and Luke Malchus. 2 of Canberra's gold-rated players will be starting from the bench this evening. Rahul Kaval, the skipper, ringing the changes, playing at number 13. So the Canberra Raiders obviously identifying a possible weakness of the Panthers in the second half as they play the ball in the final. Thompson will put it high, one of his trademark kicks, but he doesn't quite get the angle right. And it's easy for Nathan Fisher to take that one down and set the Panthers up. As Sinclair palms off a tackle, and good run up to the 30 for Lachlan Sinclair. That's Ollie Pace finding Mark Lee. But the Panthers, what do they need to do to get their first win of the season? Well, I guess they need to stop doing the intercept passes. That's 1. That's 2 for the game so far for Penrith. And we'll remember the start of the season where they had a shocking run of forced passes and unforced errors, you'd have to say, against the Warriors. Throwing 7 intercept passes that game. Can see Lachlan Martin sitting down on the interchange bench below me. Looks like he's talking to Jordan Williams at the moment. Watching their junior players who are obviously their long-term development, in their long-term development plan at Penrith. Likes of Ollie Pace, Sean Bradford, Tim Ball, Anthony Delaney, another one who will be really fighting for a spot in season 4. Obviously Penrith signing the Rabbitohs duo of Ash Crutcher and Isaac Edwards last week during the trade window. It's the final now, the Panthers. And it's just inside the Canberra half, but another error. This time by Lachlan Sinclair, as the Raiders also drop the ball. Judged to have gone backwards. Ben Arnold lucky to get away with that one. But both sides got the dropsies. 13.5 minutes gone here at Panthers Park. Having met each other once before, these two sides, it was the Raiders who won that game back in season 2, 22 points to 6. Some familiar names dotting down: Jacob Morrison, Jack O'Neill, Luke Thompson. For the Panthers, it was Jack Spillane, obviously at the Broncos this season. The Raiders got the betters of them at the moment as they go to Tyre. Trying to force his way past the tackle, about 3 or 4 metres out. Clear space ahead of Thompson as he puts it up again, this time to the left-hand edge. For the second time in a row, not quite getting the depth that he would have liked. Panthers really looking for their star fullback Brodie Kennedy as he does grab the ball off a good long pass, finding himself in a bit of space. Also gets Bradford on the inside as well, so good support play by the big Panthers forwards, and they stay the short side to the wing of Nathan Fisher, the experienced winger trying to stay in field. He can't do so, forced over the sideline, but encouraging signs for the Panthers. Using that space on the outside. It was a good tackle by Corey Bell. Covering well on Fisher. But the Panthers leadership team will be impressed. The last couple of minutes as Canberra. Jack O'Neill injects himself into the back line. At the fullback position here this evening, or this afternoon, Morrison steps one, finds Thompson, supporting on the inside, taken down in a good tackle by Sinclair, just outside the Panthers 30. It's the Raiders spinning it through the hands. On the end of it's O'Neill, but they can't really find any way through. Just going left to right at the moment as Lewis gets a short ball. Good support play by the Raiders this time as Jordan Lewis up into the Panthers 10. Final tackle. They look right to Tyre. They go left to Thompson. Puts the kick in. Thorne juggles it for a moment. Hesitates. And the Raiders trap him in the in goal. Couple of Panthers players, their last game at the club this season. Obviously we mentioned James Thorne already. One of the distinguished Panthers players from season one, one of the first pickups. In fact, has played representative SRL rugby for both Australia and State of Origin. And he will be the first to admit that he's just struggled for form over the last couple of months as O'Neill plays the ball through the hands to Tyre. They go to the skipper, Rahul Kaval. Big season for Kaval, one of the leading second rowers of the competition. Thompson puts it high once again. He's struggling to find any sort of depth on those kicks at the moment. Jordan Williams, another player who will be leaving Penrith at the end of the season. Started his career at the Cowboys in season one. Made his way to South Sydney in season two. And the Panthers in season three. Looking to start a new career for season four, Jordan Williams, but an experienced player, a valuable asset in any side. And he's coming up against his future club here this evening at the Canberra Raiders. So tune it dummy half. They go to Corey Bell, who comes off his right wing and takes it forward. And he's got his team a penalty here. Mark Lee holding down at the tackle. First penalty of the game. Thompson will find it just on the Panthers side of halfway. 6 points to nil, 23 minutes gone here at Panthers Park. Wednesday night action on SRL TV. The last evening of regular season competition for season three. A reminder, next week, semi-final action, 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4 on the table. A brand new final series format. It's the Raiders looking to push their way into the season 3 finals after making their debut appearance last season. On attack at the moment, James at dummy half. They go out to Tyre, this time to put it up. Coming through the Raiders players, but Robbie Elms, confident under the high ball, just attacked it from about 7 or 8 metres away. So Canberra having majority of the territory at the moment. Penrith still struggling to make their way deep into the Canberra half. Interchange Bayers look like they have made their way onto the park. It's Jordan Williams obviously for the Panthers, just played the ball there, and Hayden Davis as well. Luke Malchus has made his way on. You can see him lining up for a hit up just to the left of the play the ball. They come right to Thompson, find their fullback and Jack O'Neill. Thompson and O'Neill combining well. Of course, they well versed as the regular Canberra halves pairing. Coming back centre field, they find Tyre. Looking for Jordan Lewis on the outside, can't quite get the hands free. It was Mark Lee who ball and all tackle, and was Thompson puts it high. It's a better kick by Luke Thompson, but again, good defence from Penrith. This time it's Josh Saddle-Cart getting up high above the leaps of Corey Bell. And so far the Penrith outside backs are doing well under those Luke Thompson high bombs.
3, back to 10, he's held there.
Interesting to see out of that Canberra's halves pairing of Sonny Tyre and Luke Thompson, who will take most of the kicking duties this afternoon. Of course, Jack O'Neill currently fourth in the competition for kick metres, averaging 181 per game, but he's going to average a few more run metres as well as he shapes it through the Panthers line and crosses for Canberra's second try. We are not going to hear the end of that one on the podcast this weekend. Has had a wretched run in season 3. Jack O'Neill, he will be the first one to admit it. Only his second try of the season, the 9th of his career. Down on a little bit of confidence at the moment, Jack O'Neill, as Thompson converts, makes it 12 points to 0. Canberra out in front. Up until about 3 or 4 weeks ago, Luke Thompson and Jack O'Neill combined had only had 1 assist between them. Has been a bit of a change of fortunes since the origin period. Jack O'Neill 5 for the season. But he is leading the competition for errors. Probably not the stat he'll be proud of. 10 errors for the season. Looking to make things of it as Seventh Ta'ua gets a penalty, and only after 30 minutes the referee has had to have a word to Mark Lee. Panthers players trying to slow the ball down at the ruck. Referee Rasmussen has warned that hand could be going in the pocket soon. So on the halfway line, it's Canberra with the ball. 12 points to 0. 31 minutes gone. The Panthers yet to really make their way down the Canberra half as Tyre charges it up through a big hole. Taken down by Kennedy, but they're only 23 metres out here, Canberra. If they can strike once again before half-time, they are well on their way to find themselves in that top 4 position. As Luke Malchus does well to hold on to that one. He juggles for a second, runs backwards. Final tackle. Thompson to O'Neill, and Jack O'Neill crosses for number 2. Easy as luck, easy as that. The Raiders halves pairing combining. It's the sixth sense that these two have. And the Raiders are just pouring more misery onto Penrith. Welcome back to SRL TV, your home to Rugby League eSports simulation. Converted try there to the Canberra Raiders. Jack O'Neill dotting down for his second of the afternoon. Luke Thompson converting. 3 from 3. It's the Raiders leading 18 points to 0, approaching half time here at Panthers Park. Panthers faithful having little to cheer about in the opening half. Last game of the season for Penrith. The Raiders looking to go one further. Jack O'Neill, the leading try scorer for Canberra so far this season. As Tyre kicks down to Nathan Fisher, looking to spark something at the back. Inside to Hunt this time. Off to the Broncos for season 4, Simon Hunt. Actually where he came from in season 2, 2 seasons at the Panthers. That spent season 1 at Brisbane, and will be rekindling some past relationships there with the likes of Joey Kelly returning. A few others as well. Corey Bell returns that one. Good tackle on him by Kennedy as O'Neill breaks through the middle. Dangerous at the back so far. Jack O'Neill got away from the first tackle of Tim Ball and got a good quick play the ball as well. So 3 minutes remaining as the Raiders enter the Panthers 30. Halfway through the tackle count as O'Neill looks to change it up a bit. Brings Sonny Tyre in from the backfield. Raiders side just played near side. Bell cutting back towards the centre of the park. Final tackle. Where will they go? Tyre, they decide to run it. Thompson, in fact, it's a tackle recount. The Raiders looking to pour more points on the Panthers, and Jacob Morrison gets around 2 defenders. Hayden Merlin and Robbie Elms just lost for communication. Thought the other one was taking the outside. And the Raiders look to make it 4 converted tries. The hardest one of the night for Luke Thompson. A little bit of wind behind the Raiders in the first half. Can't quite bring it round. 22 points to 0. Panthers may be thinking that, well, Panthers fans might be thinking that it's all game over, but if you think that, then you've got a short memory. Think back about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the Broncos coming back from 24 points down to beat the Parramatta Eels. A second half performance to remember. And we approach half time. It's been 4 tries, all one-way traffic to Canberra. 2 to Jack O'Neill. 1 late in the first half to Jacob Morrison. 22 points to 0 here at Panthers Park. Welcome back to the Simulation Rugby League Premiership. Thanks for joining us on SRL TV on a Wednesday night. Round 7 action. It's the Panthers at home, but currently staring down the barrel behind 22 points to nil at the break. 4 first half tries to Canberra.
Let him go.
And we're going to have a quick look at the standings at the moment. So it was Canberra who were negative 11 at the start of this game. Currently plus 11. So they are 1 point behind the Warriors, needing 2 more points. Tell you what, that conversion, that miss from Luke Thompson late in the first half, if he got that, that would have put them into 4th. As the Panthers have given away a penalty early in the second half. It's their 3rd of the game. They've got to be very careful at the moment. Referee has already given a warning. A couple of players have made their way onto the park. Lachlan Martin, the Panther skipper's on. As the Raiders will go through those changes in a second. It's the Raiders inside the Panthers 10 as Tyre just charges onto a flat ball from Luke Thompson, but the Panthers defence do well. We're going to go upstairs, but I'm pretty sure he was rolled around and couldn't get the ball down. But Sonny Tyre showing immense power to get through a couple of Panthers defence. No try, couple of tackles remaining though. They'll set the ball on the 10. They come to Jordan Lewis. He'll take the tackle and set it up around about 5 metres out to the left of the uprights. They go to Wally Allen. Second rower, Wally Allen. The Raiders continue where they left off in the first half. A try to Canberra. And that officially puts them into 4th position on the season 3 standings. So who would have picked this? And I'll tell you what, at the start of the game, bets were even as to who players thought would have taken this game. I'm looking at the weekly bets at the moment. Raiders 13 plus. I'll tell you who picked Raiders 13 plus in a moment. Cody Mansour, Jack Cahill, Wally Allen, the try scorer, and Aaron O'Hare picked the Raiders to win 13 plus. Only 5 players out of the 87 who submitted bets this week, as the Raiders have made a mistake after that try. So it's the Panthers' first opportunity, it seems. I'm not sure if it is. It feels like it's the first time the Panthers have been inside the Raiders 10 as Sinclair tries to push his way over underneath the goalpost. It's Lee, flat, picked up by Sabbath Ta'ua. The big second rower has got Mark Iron coming beside him. He doesn't need him. Sabbath Ta'ua is going to go the length of the field. The Raiders turn defence into attack and extend their lead here in Penrith. Too much speed from Sabbath Ta'ua, the big second rower. We are starting to get into record territory as Thompson converts. 34 points to nil. The biggest winning margin is 48 points. That's the Warriors when they beat the Cowboys in season 2. So still a fair way off that. Still 2 tries behind that. But definitely concerning times here for Penrith. They would have been confident coming into this one as well. But just like any top level sport, all the players in every side, they're all top level athletes. They all know how to play the game. It's just the top 2 inches. A little bit of luck and a whole lot of confidence. The Raiders get through their set. Tyre puts a towering kick into the Panthers half. Good chase as well. Kennedy, no room to move, and he's trapped just outside the Panthers 30.
2 on the kick going. Hill. He's held there. 3 markers lock in.
Mark Lee still very vocal at the base of the scrum. Not the result he would have been hoping for his first game as captain. Staring down the barrel. Final tackle now. They'll find Delaney. Puts it on the toe, but it's trapped well by Dom Toretto. And the Raiders are just all over Penrith at the moment. As Fetu gets a ball through a hole as well, gets away from the first tackle and finds a support player in Ben Arnold. The Raiders just finding their way through the Panthers' defence. Too easy at the moment. As Sinclair takes down Lewis, they decide to go right this time to the wing of Mark Iron. On for Corey Bell in the second half. Ta'ua. Still plenty left in the tank after that 90-metre run. Sabata'ua. Tyre puts the kick up. Raiders players coming through. O'Neill bats it back. Picked up by Lachlan Sinclair. Doesn't quite have the speed to get away from Tim James. Raiders players not really there to collect after O'Neill did well to get up and get a hand to it.
He's held there. 3, back to 10.
There's Sinclair once again. Meters up through the middle. Have to say he's been one of the best performers in the black jersey so far this season. There's Delaney kicks. This time it's Morrison, chased well by Declan Murphy, and the little hooker does well and gets up on Morrison before he has any chance to get those dancing feet going.
That's your second. Hill, of him now.
So 54 minutes gone.
He's held there. He's held 3.
Wednesday afternoon here in Penrith.
Hill. That's tackle 4, hands off.
The Raiders, as it stands at the moment, sitting in 4th position on the table.
Hold on the 10. He's held there. Let him go. Let him go.
Exactly what they were hoping for. Rahul Kaval, Jack O'Neill, and that leadership team
1, release.
saw them at half time. Didn't even make their way into the sheds, just sat on the sideline, wanted to soak up the atmosphere and stay in the zone. They knew they had a job to do. Didn't want to break the run they were on. Martin, good break up through the middle from Lachlan Martin. Just outside the 20 here, Penrith. Looking to put points on the board. The Raiders won't be too concerned by conceding a try. comfortably in fourth at the moment. Iron takes it well at the back.
That's one. Move.
A lot of experience from Mark Iron, the number one jumper. Although he's playing on the wing, you can see him trekking back up towards the top of the screen at the moment. Well versed at taking those high balls. They are looking into the sun in the second half, Canberra.
Hill. 4. Hold the 10.
Of course, coming up after this game,
1. Release.
it's the Brisbane Broncos at home taking on South Sydney.
Hill.
Suncorp Stadium set to be the showdown, bringing down the curtain for season 3's regular season. Rabbitohs
Hill. 4. Move.
already having secured their finals berth
5.
for the season, but it just depends on that result against the Broncos, whether it's second, third or fourth really.
Hill.
Rabbitohs needing to win by
Right. Here's
9
1.
points to jump up into second and get the, won't be a home semi-final, but
2. He's held there.
they'll get a second chance if they weren't able to beat the Seagulls in that first semi-final.
Hands off. Hill.
Whereas the Broncos, all they need is a win.
4. Hold the 10.
They can't get into the semi-finals with a loss. Their points differential is just too low, negative 43.
He's held there. Move it.
Raiders fortunate there to get the kick away. I think they're going for a 40-20 on the fourth.
1. Release.
Kick was partially charged down, but managed to get away on the fifth. So yeah, all to play for in the game
Let him
following
go.
this one. The Broncos at home taking on the Rabbitohs. Here's Nathan Fisher, not for the first time tonight. Forced over the sideline. Was Mark Iron this time. Just sort of shepherding Nathan Fisher, allowing him to take that narrow corridor if he chose to do it. And Tarangaho Fetu just flings it from the base of the scrum. And then Jack O'Neill, I think it was, just sort of gridiron passes it across the field to Luke Thompson. The Raiders trying things at the moment, experimenting with a 34-point lead.
1. Release. He's held there. Get up.
So the Panthers counting down, 18 minutes remaining. Is the comeback still on the cards? Kennedy will sit it on the 10. Looking to put their first points on the board. Inside is James Thorne. First time over the line tonight for the Panthers, but they've been held up. Good defence by Luke Malchus and Jack O'Neill. Tarangaho Fetu as well. No try, says the bunker. 2 tackles remaining. They go to Lachlan Martin, who tries to cut back on the inside of Raul Caval's left shoulder. Final tackle now. Delaney puts it high. It's a good kick by Delaney. Declan Murphy coming through, but the size difference between him and Dom Toretto was quite substantial, and Toretto managed to get up no problem at all, really.
2. Hands away. Hill. Back with me.
Good run there from Caval, just again continuing to test out that Panthers middle. O'Neill almost getting away from Kennedy, who just clips him around the ankles. To Ua through the middle. Already got one tonight, finds a couple of support players on the inside, but decides to take it into the tackle. Final one now is James to Thompson for Tyre to put it high. Deep kick, Raiders players coming through, but a little bit too deep as Robbie Elms doesn't have to leap for it, takes it down comfortably.
He's held there. Clear him.
As the Panthers make a mistake inside their 20. The head's starting to drop, you can see it. Couple of the young players trying to inspire, but nothing is working at the moment. The Raiders shift it. O'Neill already got two tonight. Jack O'Neill taken down inches from the line. James from the base. Tyre goes wide to Luke Thompson. He will dot down for his second. We're going to go upstairs. It was James Thorne trying to wrap him up. Couldn't quite get the hands round enough. And Luke Thompson will cross for the Raiders' 7th of the night. What a ball from Tarangaho Fe'u. Of course, known for his ball playing skills. Regular at the number 13 for Canberra. Played season 1 for the Melbourne Storm. But now well and truly entrenched in that culture that Canberra have at the moment. 40 points to nil. It's Luke Thompson. Bags the extra 2. The Panthers restart. But more ball for Canberra. 67 minutes gone. 40 points to nil. Still within that reach of that record held by the Warriors.
3, hands away. 4, move.
2 more tries will surely put them out front. 48 points the Warriors, well, the Warriors won by 48 points against the Cowboys back in season 2. 11.5 minutes remaining. Settle Cart goes to Bradford. He steals an extra couple of metres up through the minute, playing a full 80 minutes tonight, short Bradford. His mallet leaves that one behind, but Raiders players weren't really pushing through, so manages to get back and regather. That's Martin. Numbers to the left, the Panthers. They're the 3-on-2. If they went short side, decided to come right. Hunt with the ball. Final tackle now. It's Lee at the base to Delaney. Again, can't get the kick away. Really trying to take the lead here tonight, Anthony Delaney, but he's been put under a lot of pressure from those big Canberra second rowers. Clearly you can see their game plan is to really test out the young rookie.
He's held there. He's held 3. 4, hold the 10, held, up now.
The Raiders play at centre field as Tyre looks to dummy on the outside. It's Bradford who doesn't fall for it. Hayden Mallard as well around the legs. Fit a kick to the wing of Robbie Elms. Dangerous on kick returns, Robbie Elms.
That's 1, move.
Can't get away, but he's always a player to look out for. One of those players you just never really know what he's going to do with ball in hand.
me. Hill. That's tackle
Panthers
forward,
still
hands
searching for points here at the moment. Up the middle goes Lachlan Martin.
up. He's held there. Clear him now.
Back to Simon Hunt on the final. Wasn't expecting that one. I'm sure they were looking for Anthony Delaney or James Thorne, but a real nothing on the end of that one. Corey Bell charges it up. Looks like he's slotted back into the second row.
Hill, 2.
Talking about Robbie Elms earlier on.
Get up.
He's performed well for the Panthers so far this season. Probably the better of the two wingers out of himself and Nathan Fisher. 15 line breaks for the season. You compare that with Nathan Fisher. 16 line breaks. Hasn't scored a try this season. But they are dangerous. It's just, I guess you can't really put a finger on where Penrith are struggling.
Run. Release.
Some have said it's in the halves, and they experimented mid-season with James Thorne going down to the bench at one stage, and then had a game at the number 9.
He's held there. Hill.
Mark Lee had a couple of games in the halves. Jack Cahill before he moved off to Brisbane.
Get back. Look at me.
Now it's Anthony Delaney. But signs are looking up for Penrith for season 4 as Morrison slips over as he collected that one. Into touch, so Penrith will get the ball back. But the signings of Ash Crutcher and Isaac Edwards from South Sydney will definitely give a lot of confidence to not just the fans but also the players that will be staying on for season 4. The addition of Luke Malchus as well.
Right. Here's tackle 1. He's held there.
As we count down, 3 minutes remaining, the Raiders have done the business
Right. That's 0.
well and truly. Here's the Panthers get a tackle recount. They go short side and
1. Release.
find Murphy. He can't get his way through. They're on the 20 at the moment. Thorne takes it to the line and then
He's held there. 2.
gives it to Ball at the last moment. Centre field, they stay the right to Murphy. Gets around the tackle of Toretto, who comes back and takes him around the ankles. So 5 metres out here. Tackle 3, short side ball to James Thorne, and the Panthers do score towards the end of the game. It's James Thorne, a try in his last game for Penrith. What a way to send him off. His first try since season 1. James Thorne out on the wing. Not making it easy for Mark Lee on the sideline. Shapes it well, it's just faded away at the last moment. Unconverted, it's the Raiders, 40 points to 4. But what a story, James Thorne scoring in his last game for the Panthers, only a minute and a half out from the full-time siren. You'd see the reaction from the rest of his team as they made their way back to the halfway line, knowing how big that was. And even though it's been a tough season for Penrith, they will sit down tonight and they will, enjoy it for what it is and celebrate the end of a few players' careers. But for the Raiders, they have done what they came here to do. They have won this game 40 points to 4. They move into 4th. in the Season 3 standings, and will await other results to see if things will go their way. Full time here at Penrith. A dominant display from the wayside. Penrith's season is over. The second team to bow out for Season 3 after Parramatta last night. But the Raiders just totally dominating ball in hand, 30 out of 32 sets compared to Penrith's 14 out of just 22. 11 errors to 2. It was a first half to forget, you'd have to say, for Penrith. It didn't really get much better in that third quarter, although the fourth quarter they did show a bit of fight and eventually scoring with James Thorne in those last couple of moments. But a good performance from the Raiders, and that will be pleasing for their senior leadership team as they wait for other results to go their way at the semi-finals set for next week. But don't go anywhere. Coming up next, it's the Brisbane Broncos at home at Suncorp to the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Live here on SRL TV.